Hello YouTube, and welcome to another cooking session with Ange. I'm just going to start off Facebook Live as well, because you know how much they love to be on here. Hello Facebook, welcome. Oh, I'm just showing you inside my cupboard now, YouTube. There you go, can you see okay? There we go, perfect shot for all of you today by the looks of it. I'm doing quite well today. And yes, today we do actually have me on my own cooking. My Auntie Sharon's rice noodles didn't arrive, so she's not going to be able to cook this with me today. And Claude has put in a new light, which is why it looks like the sun's shining on the blessed right now. Just waiting for a few of you to join, and I will keep chatting because I know the people that watch it back are always like to see me from the beginning, and we do get quite a lot of watch backs of this, so it's always good. And yes, I'm all by myself. It's always good. So yes, I do want to point out, in case you can see it, we have a Christmas cactus on the windowsill just here, and it's got some beautiful flowers on that's coming out. This is the second time it's flowered this year. Well, at the end of last year, beginning of this year, but second time it's flowered, and it's beautiful. I love it. And today, just a little bit of classic cherryade. Alcoholic classic cherryade, people. It is Friday night, and we are allowed it for the weekend. It's not really going to help with my diet. Not that I'm on a real diet, but you know, we only but try, eh? So, who's with me so far? I've got 2 people with me on Facebook Live and 1 or 2 on YouTube. That's always good. So, today we are making Vietnamese style spicy beef noodles bowl. Vietnamese style spicy beef noodle bowl. And this has 584 calories, and it is from Gusto. It's one of the Gusto boxes. And as I said, I'm on my own today because Sharon's rice noodles didn't turn up, but she promised me she'd still come and watch and try and cook something while I'm cooking. So who knows? And I do apologise about this light above my head, which makes my video look awful, but Claude had to change the light bulb, and it's made it really bright. Well, so, like you know, yeah, but it's kind of blocking out me. Right, so we start off today's. Boil a full kettle. Add beef strips to a bowl and the soya sauce, half the soya sauce, with a grind of black pepper and marinade. Hiya John. Hiya Bridie. Welcome back people. Hiya Lynn. So can you actually see this bowl? Because I don't know if you can see this on Facebook Live. I know you can on YouTube, but I don't know if you can on Facebook Live. So, I'm adding the beef strips. Lovely. Don't really want to touch them. Beef's the thing for me, Sharon. Don't like touching raw beef. So I'm going to wash that knife now and my hands just in case. As normal, a bowl of really hot soapy water. Add half the soya sauce to this. So where's my skizzers? It's about half. I'm going to have to put that somewhere safe. If I ask for that in a bit, remind me where I've put it, people. Tell me I've put it by my toaster, because otherwise I'm going to knock it over. I know what I'm like. So I'm just going to break that beef down a bit in that bowl, just so it all gets sat in the soya sauce, because it's to marinate the beef. So we're marinating beef in soya sauce right now. And I'm just going to toss it about a bit so the soy sauce goes all over, not just on the bottom or the top. So this looks like pretty good beef as well. Hiya, Christine. Can someone tell me that you can see this bowl on Facebook Live? Because I just want to double check you can see what I'm doing, people. So that needs some good pepper as well. Good dose of pepper, it said. It's always good. Add the rice noodles to a bowl and cover with boiled water and set aside for 12 to 15 minutes or until softened. I'm actually going to use my large pot for this. Yeah, you can see it, fabulous. So I'm actually going to use my large pot for the boiled noodles. So rice noodles you can usually get from a supermarket, but they're a bit easier to get from sort of Asian supermarkets and stuff. And this is looks like rice vermicelli. By the looks of rice noodles they're called, but they do have different types. They have like rice soba. Just going to cook it in the water. And I'm going to put that in that bowl and cover that with boiling water from the kettle. And I'm actually going to put the lid back on that one, because then it keeps the steam in and it actually steams them quite a bit. Oh, thanks, Bridie. Hey, Justine. So as I said, beef, soya sauce, pepper. That's all I've got marinating in there. Look like some good beef strips as well. It's supposed to be sirloin beef strips there. Right. I'm just having a quick read through, people, because it's telling me to cut up loads of stuff, and as I've said before, I've only got one space for a chopping bowl in this kitchen, because I've got a tiny kitchen.
Oh no, if I got rid of all the crap.
So, heat a wide base large pan with stick of Once hot, add the remaining garlic and half the chilli flakes. Can't handle the heat, go easy, and cook for 1 minute until softened. So, half the grated chilli in there. Right, so I'm going to need to do the garlic. First, I am mucking about with the recipe a little bit because of this. It's all good. So what's everybody got for dinner tonight? Hiya, Gainer. So what's everybody got for dinner tonight? Hey? Nobody yet. So today I've done some tarot, I've done some crystal healing, I've done lots of little bits today, which has been quite good. I've started to plan one of my workshops for next week, which is always good. I never tend to plan workshops too far in advance unless I've run it before. But when I'm doing a new workshop, I like to do it in the week running up to that week, because then it's fresh in my mind and I know what I'm doing at the actual workshop then, and I don't forget, because I have got quite a few workshops that I do, ranging anything from crystals to intuitive tarot to working with the moon. Oh, hot dogs. Hiya, Sharon. So I do quite a lot of workshops. I do quite a lot of stuff with workshops as well, which is always good fun. The chili flakes. Right, so I'm going to get this pan on the go, get it warmed up. And tonight, we got given these for Christmas. So I'm actually having a drink tonight, which is a classic Cherryade Hooper's alcoholic refreshment, apparently. Straight out of the fridge. And Claude's got the rhubarb and crumble one. Rhubarb and custard. Sorry.
Mummy's crumble.
She hasn't got Mummy's crumble, she's got rhubarb and custard. So, veg oil. Heat up the pan. Now this is where I start chopping the other stuff. So let's do the ginger first. So what have you got tonight, Sharon? Because I know you've not managed to get the noodles in. Is it spag bowl again? I always remember having hot dogs when we were little, usually on fireworks night, and hot dogs, sometimes jacket spuds, and there was my mum and dad's best friends, Hazel and Dave, bless him. We used to go to the fireworks with Dave and my dad and Tony and Clayton and Rich and sometimes Donna, but Donna didn't come with us every year. Sometimes she was being a typical teenage girl, I think, at the time. Didn't really want to be seen dead with her dad. Dave was a great man. He brought me my first leather football, David did. I only asked for it for 4 years. But we used to go to the fireworks down at IBM, and we always used to walk back and stop off at Hazel and Dave's on the way back because they lived in Wimmering then. And Hazel always used to have us some sort of food, some hot food when we got back. Quite often it was jacket spuds, but we did have hot dogs at times as well there. And I always used to like Hazel's teas whenever we used to go round on a Sunday night and have tea at Hazel's, because she always just used to do a load of sandwiches and crisps and biscuits and cakes, and we used to love it. Yeah, of course I can send a look for the hot dogs yesterday, not a problem. But we used to love it because it was so quick and easy, but the best fun was sitting around the table with all those boys and Donna and just making a load of noise, really. And it was good fun. We had a good childhood growing up. We had a lot going on, you know. My mum and dad always managed to get us doing stuff, and we never went without, and it was really good, really good childhood. And I think it set both me and Rob up for life and set us both up to be workers, really, because my dad always worked, my mum worked majority of her life, you know, You're welcome, Rich. But yeah, we had a pretty good childhood. You know, we were always rallied around by the aunties and always stuff happening with them, and it was good fun. It was really good fun. Right, so in this pan goes this beef that's been marinating for about 10 minutes. Apparently, 10 minutes. Hope you're alright, Rich. Ain't heard from you for a while, mate. It's probably been over a year, actually. You still at the place that should not be named? I'm actually going to wash that bowl up in a minute because I'm going to need to use the bowl again. But as I said, hot soapy water in the sink saves you that little bit of time. So half the chilli goes in there with that, and half the chilli and half the ginger, sorry. So let's be careful on the chilli if you don't like spicy stuff, but I'm going to use all the chilli flakes in this because it's only a tablespoon. It's not like it's a massive amount. And Claude does like a bit of spice, don't you, Claude?
I do. Yes, I do.
Let's just give that a bit of a mix up. Right, so I'm going to grate this ginger now. Hiya, Stace. Just going to wash that bowl up quick because I'm just about to use that. Here we go, nice and sizzling. So, already this has got a little bit of a garlicky smell and a little bit of a nice aftertaste to it. So, peel and grate the garlic, peel the skin off with the teaspoon, roll the lime in your hands on a hard surface to release more juice and cut in half. Is it going to say to have wedges at the end? Let's have a look. No. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. Hey, you, Joanne. Right, so this is where I'll get... I don't think I need a big bowl for this, actually. I'm going to use a small bowl. Save on Claude's washing up later, eh? So there's the soya sauce gone in that. So this is the sauce that they're going to make for the spicy topping, I think. So soya sauce, juice from the lime, As I've said before, just make sure no pips come in. Just put it through your hands a little bit. That done. Grated ginger and the garlic. So as you can see, this beef is cooking through nicely now. I've actually given Claude a bit of a beef overkill this week. And she's not usually a massive beefy fan, so quite fun to give her a massive overkill. She's quite enjoyed it, I think. She really liked the burger last night.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Claude actually gave the burger last night 9 out of 10. That's big for Claude, considering it's beef. Right. Half the grated garlic. 1 tablespoon of sugar, not going to be bothered about that. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is where we guess the olive oil. About that much. Not much ado. Going to give that a quick mix up. So you can see it. Can you see it? It's a bit hard to tip it. There you go. Oh, it does need the sugar. That is a bit sharp. So I'm literally going to put a tiny bit of sugar in that, not much. That wasn't even half a teaspoon then. This is one of the reasons why you should always taste your sauce as you're going through it. That's so much better. That beef is nearly there. Whew. Right, so now I need to chop the cucumber into thin buttons and add to a small bowl with rice vinegar. Just going to turn that beef down so it doesn't overcook it. No, not tonight. She couldn't get the rice noodles, Mum. So, another small bowl. remember when they were younger having cucumber and vinegar. It's not a thing that really happens nowadays, but I have a vague recollection of having it when I was younger. I think that had salt on it as well. This is asking me to add sugar again, but I don't think it needs sugar.
Taste it then.
I'm going to taste it once I've done it. But it's asking me to add the rice wine vinegar, so here goes. That voice you keep hearing from the background that doesn't come on camera is Claud, which is the Cla of Clange. The Cla of Clange. The Cla of Clange. She's the washer-upper, so maybe she should film herself washing up.
Oh, how interesting would that be? That so exciting.
You can have a little chat while you're doing it.
Oh my God, I'm scraping a barrel.
How many of you wants Claude to film herself washing up in a minute?
No.
Yeah, with onion and vinegar, yeah. When did I have it? I think I had it on a brownie camp. Along with the first time I ever had fruit salad in orange juice. And I loved it. Right, what's the next bit? Top towel, peel and grate the carrot. So, easiest way to grate a carrot. Just get a knife and scrape it. Your Auntie Teresa used to do it for Norman. Never had it myself. Thought it sounded gross. No, I actually remember quite liking it. I haven't had it... I think I only ever had it once or twice. I think I had it when I got a bit older as well, but... I remember thinking, at the time, this sounds a bit weird, but then I remember thinking, you have vinegar in tuna, so why not in cucumber? You know, like kids do, they have that sort of weird thought process. Especially kids like me, who was just a bit weird. And I've turned out weird too. Grate the carrot. Bloody hell. They're making me grate a lot tonight, people. Grate the bloody carrot. Here we go. I'll just get that off the board so I know it's all carrot on the board then. Was there any other like really weird stuff that you had as kids that you'd think now, really that just sounds a bit wrong but it's actually really nice? I remember somebody eating cheese and Marmite sandwiches when I was a kid, so I can't remember who that was, but they used to love cheese and Marmite sandwiches. Hey, Dad. So that beef is definitely ready. Just on a real low heat now, so that's good.
They're nice and tender.
It is. Don't listen to her. Spotted dick ain't weird. She's talking about the sponge with like raisins and stuff in, people. Not actual spotted dick. Always the one to lower the tone, ain't you, Sharon? Meanwhile, Strip the mint leaves from their stems and chop them roughly, discard the stems. Chop the coriander finely, including the stalks. They could have said that before I did all this carrot. Let me tidy up a bit. Claude has a go when I don't tidy up a bit. Did this need to go in there as well? Okie doke. So, move that to the sides for the time being. I don't know where. Over here I do. On top of the toaster. Everything goes on the toaster tonight. Are you Adele? Stop being rude, Dad. So what was that? Mint leaves. Well, they haven't really given us many mint leaves, but you know, it'll do. Needs must and all that. I prefer that they've given us more coriander than more than mint, which is always good. So let's get on this. Strip the leaves. Smells nice anyway, this mint. My mum and dad grow mint in the garden and I love it when my mum does her minted potatoes. Strip the mint leaves from the stems, chop them roughly, discard the stems. Okay.
Need a 5-minute warning, darling.
Well, shall I just give you the 5-minute warning now, Claude?
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're far away.
Okay.
And coriander on the go. I haven't had another drop of my drink yet, have I? Look at it just sitting there getting warm while I'm cooking away, talking to you lot. Has anybody else got a drink on them tonight? Or is anybody else going to be having a drink in a bit? It is Friday, people, you know.
It's not like we're going to the pub.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to the pub. Tea again, Dad. Yeah, lovely. So tonight, Dad, just so everybody can see it, that. So it's a Vietnamese style spicy beef noodle bowl. Right. Here we go. We're going to start to serve now, people. Just going to blast that one more time just to make sure it is properly cooked. Which they are. You can see the heat coming off them as I shimmy them around the pan. You can also see the bits of chilli on them, which is always good. No bloody space again. Cheers. Let's get these noodles out. Don't know where the bloody Alma Collin's gone.
In front of your face.
Oh yeah. Right there. How good do those rice noodles look? Asbestos hands again, people. Proper nice spicy beef there. Do you want chilli noodles sprinkled over the top, Claude?
Sorry?
Do you want chilli noodles sprinkled over the top?
Yeah, don't go mad though.
Add the chilli beef strips. She says don't go mad.
Patricia. Got the pleasure of cats today, darling.
You might have the cats today, people. You might get to meet the cats properly for once. They're both down. Add the grated carrot. Let's pull that back in. Pickled cucumber. I hope you all can see this. Pickled cucumber. Chopped herbs and crispy onions to the side. So they've given us a little packet of the crispy onions here. Looks good, but John would like your bacon sandwiches. Claude makes a good bacon sandwich, I must admit. She made a really good bacon last week. Chopped herbs.
You're dropping the hint for me to make it tomorrow on Sunday, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I do want her to make it tomorrow. Chopped herbs and then sauce. Right there. And make sure that's properly mixed up and not somebody just getting olive oil. Boom, boom, boom. And then remaining chilli flakes. For Claude. What's that? Brown or red sauce? Dad. It's always got to be red. Always. Right. Are we ready for the taste test, Claudinewest? Do you want a fork and knife or fork and spoon?
Fork and spoon, probably.
Yeah, because there's noodles. So, as you can see, we have a Vietnamese spice beef chili bowl.
We should have had chopsticks.
Claude now wants chopsticks.
No, it's
Pain
fine.
in the arse. Spice beef chili bowl. So, I'm just going to take this to Claude. And then I'll come back and get the cameras. I'm going to take YouTube with me straight away so Claude can set that one up. While I get Facebook. Get ready. Have a little look at
Welcome
Patty.
to the little cats. This is Patty. That baby. And that's Rambo fast asleep
And
with his little
there
fishing
we
on the
there you go,
chair.
better shot for you.
Oh, that's Angela walking back.
Here we
Good
go.
luck getting Patty off.
And you ready, Claude?
Come on, Patty, let mummy off. She ain't more like she's moving. She's not going to forgive you for doing that. Right.
Oh.
Oh, has it got crispy bits in as well?
Yep.
So, did you have to use like sauce stuff that you have to mix in?
Yeah, it's already mixed in. Just try some with some of the beef and everything. Not just the noodles.
It's going to go everywhere, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm.
Suck it in.
That's toasty.
Is it good? Yeah?
Mm.
So there you go, YouTube. That's Claude saying it's tasty.
Mm.
Thank you for
Got a
coming.
nice kick